Right lesson, wrong person. Unfortunately, there's a lot of lessons out there that are legit and people need to hear them. Unfortunately, we see it all too often that the wrong person is listening to the right lesson for someone else, right? And I'll give you some examples. You know, if you know someone who is a highly motivated, high energy person, and you start to tell them things like scale with speed and details delay, it could cause them issues down the road, because a lesson for them might be it's a marathon, not a sprint, and trying to get them to think slowly and methodically, not in a way that takes the edge off who they are, but where they kind of supplement their deficiency. I've seen this in my brother. You know, my brother's a high D personality, highly motivated. And so to come in and say details, delay, scale with speed, it's right up his alley. You're not really teaching him anything. You're just basically kind of giving him the additional foundation to go with the flow the way he naturally, and then that way he naturally attacks the marketplace, or the way he naturally attacks life. Unfortunately, in that, you know, the thought process is so fast that sometimes he doesn't think about certain variables. So for him, it's more slow and methodical. Hey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. How do we bring things down? Little things lead to big things. It's things like that that I was taught early on. And those lessons did mean something to me, because while I'm highly motivated, I'm more even keeled than someone like my brother. I'll tell you a story about a guy that was in the insurance industry. He wasn't an agent really, or maybe was for a little while, but started, you know, conferences and started training agents and had this platform, and would always talk about details, delay, and scale with speed. And while it seemed like that was working well for him for a little while, it's come to full circle now where he's had to shut down segments of his business. His conferences had to downsize. Things like that have happened. And unfortunately, it's because that person really needed someone telling him, hey, yes, be highly motivated, attack the marketplace with veracity, help as many people as possible, but let's set some manageable expectations where when we grow, we can make sure that the foundation of our business and the fulfillment of our services are good. So we want to grow fast. We want to grow at a 20, 30, 40, 50% net revenue growth, and, you know, depending on the year, but we want to do that without sacrificing the integrity of our name and our brand. And that's important, you know. So to kind of bring that back a little bit, great operators or CEOs and COOs of companies know how to, you know, figure out who their audience is. First of all, generationally. You know, you had this generation of like the Steve Jobs leadership, bring it full circle to now, let's say like you're in the Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, leadership world, where the generation is different. They're not responding the same as the people in the 80s and early 90s did. So now a young motivated guy or girl entering the marketplace at 25, 26, 27, 28, 32, 35, it's a different person than the person we would have talked to back in the day. And so if you understand that generation, and then when you can really dial in and get management levels that can understand each individual person so that they can communicate with them on their level and tell them what they need to know, that is what makes a business grow long-term and with quality and quantity. Because 200% growth a year sounds cool, but if you're doing it by sacrificing the fulfillment of your services, your brand, your company is going to suffer. You're going to hit that pinnacle peak and come crashing down. And that can be psychologically, you know, really difficult for people to recover from. So really want to harp on this right lesson, wrong person. We want to match the right lesson with the right person. All these parables, it's a marathon, not a sprint, scale with speed, details, delay, paralysis of analysis, all these things that people talk about are true, but some people need to hear one version of it. Sometimes I got to rein someone back in, while other people I might need to push and motivate and think about, hey, you're getting paralysis of analysis, details are delaying your progress. That's probably more people than not, but occasionally you get some highly motivated person. You start giving them all those things that just kind of feeds into that ego where they're like, you're right, details delay, I don't have to think about anything, let's just go out and attack the market. And boom, they come crashing down. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you come crashing down. So think about the marketplace in a way, whatever marketplace you're in, whether it's the insurance industry, real estate, whether you're in mortgages or solar, no matter what you're doing, think about it and how can I make sure that I weather the storm and long term people want to continue to buy from me, people want to continue to work for me, and we can grow and weather any downtimes because we have that strong foundation, that brand, and that ability to pivot. So that's my lesson for you today.